There we go. What's up, everybody? Geoff Good Gamer here, and today I want to talk about some movies. Thinking about what Happy Console Gamer talk about his channel, where he talk about some of his favorite movies. Well, I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite movies. So here's when I get my start. The Addams Family. One of my favorite movies of all times. It's dark. It's silly. It's very strange. It's very entertaining to watch because you can't go around with Gomez Adams and all his family and his whole crazy family. Stranger than not least, he misses his brother. Well, the thing about this, he misses his brother. So what happened in throughout the whole film, it's all goofiness. It's all silly, and yeah, it do have some little bit emotional, but it's still it's the Allen family. You can't go wrong. Now I got number 19. Some of my most favorite. It's the sequel to the first movie. You might know, Allen Family Values. One of the best films. Right next, it's one of my favorite films. Right next to the Addams Family, and it's the best. I think to me it's one of the best sequels. It's much funnier than the first. It's much funnier than the first one. And this one it has the nanny, and they end up getting a baby named shoot, I can't forget. Check the box again. Pubert, baby named Pubert. Yeah, the baby is. The end again, the baby named Pubert. It's a funny name for a baby. I would never name a baby named Pubert. What the heck are they ever thinking? Anyway, it's a crazy thing. Like I say, they're nuts. That's why I like the Valentine's Family so much because they do some goofy things. But anyway, this is a great film. I actually like this film, and I think y'all should check this out. It's a pretty good film. Next and not least, Chipmunk Adventures. One of the good movies. I remember this movie because I remember seeing this on Disney Channel. I remember seeing this on Disney Channel a lot back in the day. And I had to say, I do love Alvin and Chipmunks, and I do love the live action films, but I prefer the animated. I prefer the animation though. The animated the fully animation is better than the live action crap because if you do it, you get fart jokes and nonsensical humor like nonsense slapstick comedy. But then again, this is the best movie ever because I think this is the kind of movie that you should show your kids before showing the live action ones. But the live action ones are pretty decent too. I had nothing against the live action. I've seen the first one before. I had nothing against it. It's a great film, but I still think that your kids should watch this. This is a good movie. Next on my list, Lupin the Third. Oh man, I like this movie. Good animation, done by the same animated guy. I forgot his name. I think it was Haturo. Anyway, well, he does some great animated movies like Spirit Away. And, shoot, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of back of my head. I know he did Spirit Away. And man, he did some very amazing animated movies. Spirit Away. I don't know. I haven't watched some of it. Oh, Kiki's Delivery Service. That's another one I like. But this here is one of my favorite. Lupin the Third, Castle Caprioso. Castle Caprioso is one of my favorites. I mean, going back to back in the 90s, my brother Greg and I, my brother Greg, my older brother Cass, we would stay up all night watching Saturday night anime, and we would watch. And this what had came on was Castle Caprioso, and there was another one. There's another Lupin Third movie I liked the most was Mystery of. Dang, I keep forgetting the name again. The Mystery of Mono. I think it was Mono. Yeah, Mystery of Mono. I don't know, but it's one of my favorite Lupin Third movies I like. I like both Lupin the Third movies, and I do have a bunch of them up there, but that'll be my next video. I'll talk about is Lupin the Third. But right now, I'm going through by my favorites. Oh ho ho! This is my most favorite. Every Christmas, I will watch this movie. Every Christmas, along the same time as the Christmas Story. Then the Christmas Story was another good movie. This, a classic. Cannot miss out to this. This is one of the good must watch around Christmas time. If you like me and you want to get some cookies and some hot chocolate, this would be a good time to watch it. Best time to watch it. Christmas time. Oh, Home Alone 2. Lost in New York. It's another one. I like this movie too. Every Christmas, I watch both of these movies. I watch both of them back to back. I don't care what anybody say. Home Alone 2 is the best movies I like. But I know some of you say Home Alone 2 is not that great, but it's still good. It's a good movie. I don't care what anybody say. And there's plenty more. And that's another one I like. Alright, now we're going to the Three Stooges. Oh, every Stooge fan had to have this. Three Stooges, Outlaws is Coming. And this also includes, this is the movie that I remember watching, because on the back, there's Alan West. Before he became Batman, he was in this movie, and it's a really good film. I actually like it. It's good comedy, and I like the good comedic timing between the Three Stooges and Alan West. Because, they even had some, there was a joke where Mo looks down and he saw this Asian Beatles singing "I love you, yeah, 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 yeah," and then like Mo's like, Asian Beatle? That was the best. Oh my gosh, that was the best scene I like, where he just like staring at the camera, like breaking the fourth wall, and said, "Asian Beatle?" And that was the start of breaking the fourth wall back in the day. And I got another one. Three Stooges meets Hercules. This is a good comedy. Before Back to the Future, this was the start of the traveling sci-fi comedy Three Stooges had did. Before, and then they did another one. I have another movie. I do have a movie. Three Stooges Goes in Orbit. That's another good sci-fi. I think this is not the last time we see Three Stooges going in sci-fi mode. They didn't go into sci-fi until the early late 50s. Cause I remember Joe Besser one where they all went to outer space, and that was stupid. I like that one too. But anyway, all right, moving right along. Anybody who loves Ghostbusters like I do, this is a good movie. Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. And also comes with good animated cartoons at the Ghostbusters 2 DVD. I think the original has deleted scenes. Ghostbusters 2 doesn't have deleted scenes. But anyway, this is also a good film to watch. And if you're a big Ghostbusters fan, get this. Or get the Blu-ray version. Doesn't matter. Both good. I prefer the original anyway. The remake, didn't like it. Couldn't care for the remake. Oh! Dun, 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 dun. Love this film. I mean, this is the best action-packed Batman film of all. It's kind of like, if you go back to I remember watching this on pay-per-view back in the 90s, and thinking about how good this movie was. I mean, and my most favorite was the Batmobile. Can't go around with the Batmobile. And then you got Jai Napier, played by Jack Nicholson. I mean, I'm right, Jai Napier, aka the Joker, played by Jack Nicholson. Then you got Michael Keaton, playing as Billionaire Bruce Wayne, which is my most favorite one. Then you got Kim Basinger. You got Kim Basinger, and you got Billy D. Williams. He was here in Cincinnati. I should have met him first, but I didn't think about it till later. But next time if I ever see any actor from this movie, I'm definitely gonna go see him very first. Cause this was a great film. A lot of action. They got some good games. Not to mention the Batman movie, the game for the NES and the Sega Genesis and the Game Boy. Love them all. Anyway, moving right along. If you're a big fan of Tom and Jerry, you might like this. Tom and Jerry Mask Ring. This is a good movie too. I do have Tom and Jerry the movie. I don't know where I put it, so I just use it as a. I just count this as a sequel, but not. Well, it's not really a sequel. It's actually more. It's actually more closer to the tone of the classic Tom and Jerry shorts from the NGM, back in the NGM days, and it kind of goes back to where Tom meets. Well, when Tom had this magic ring that was done by his sorcerer owner. This owner is a sorcerer. It's kind of like sounds a little bit like Disney's Doug. And then next thing you know, he ended up going to many adventures. And so what happened was Jerry get a ring stuck on his head. The ring is stuck in his head, and Jerry tried to yank the ring out his head, but he couldn't. So it's a great adventure movie. It's comedy. It's full of slapstick. You know, same old Tom and Jerry goodness. But if you love Tom and Jerry, gotta have this collection. Gotta have this in your collection. Great movie. Whoa! Now, I know those of you who have seen 4-year-old version and Knocked Up. This is one of my favorite movie I like. It's real bad. Love this movie so much. It's good comedic timing. It's like a satire of three teens. It's just three teens, you know, trying to get laid, trying to find a way, get some drinks. And so what happened? They go out for a party. So they thought like, hey, maybe we could do a party and we can get some girls. And then when they try to get some tail, and they end up, but the only one that got the tail, this guy here, and he got tail too, but he got tail too, but he didn't. I guess I don't know what happened. I forget. I gotta watch the movie again. It's so funny. I haven't seen the movie in a while. I still love the McLovin scene though. And then the two police officers come out. Hey, McLovin! I still think about that joke it always gets me. McLovin! Alright. Moving right along. Alright. I know I talked about this before. Well, I actually didn't talk about this before, but I did talk about Cass. Let me get it off my mind. Alan's Family. She was in both Alan Family movies, which I wish she got. Well, I got Casper, and she's in this movie too. Kristen Ritchie. She played as a Cat. Yeah, she plays Cat. And she what happened was what happened was Casper had this two greedy couples trying to find out like. I saw this movie in theaters. I was like, oh, I was mind blown. The first time I see Casper in CG, the first time I saw Casper, this was the first live action CGI hybrid that I've seen. Because there hasn't been no live CGI hybrid. Most movies are supposed to be like animatronics, like Super Mario Bros. Movie. This was the first. This was the first. And then. No, wait, the Flintstones, no. Alright, this was the first, because this was the first CG animated live-action film they did back in '95. And going back, me and my twin brother went to see this movie. We had those, Casper Friendly Ghost puppets, where they, glow in the dark. We were playing with some other kid. I forgot what his name was, but it was nice. Went to the movies. Went to see Gucci. We watched the Goofy movie like 5 freaking times until this movie came on, and then my mom was watching Little Princess, and that was, oh man, Little Princess, 95. It's a great year for Casper. Great year to be a kid. All right. Oh ho ho! Love this movie. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. Dumb and Dumber. Can't go wrong with this one. This is a good one too. This is around the time during the prime of all Jim Carrey movies. Back in 1994, he did Ace Ventura, The Mask, and this movie. I like all three of his films, but this one right here is one of my best favorites. And I love Dumb and Dumber, especially the scene I like is where he popped his head out the window and he says, "Good day, Mike." He tells her, "Are you from?" Well, actually, what started is like this: "Are you from Austria?" She said, "Austria." Well, I was like, "Are you from?" Excuse me. "Are you from here?" She said, "No, I'm not from here." "Where are you from?" "Austria." "Ah, Australia. Good day, mate. Let's put a shrimp on the barbie." And then she said, "Let's not." That was a good part of the movie. I like. And then another part I like in the film was like where he was. Another part of the film I like that got me, that made me laugh so hard, is when he was like, I just want to tell you that I wish I had no. I just sometimes I feel like I have. Sometimes I feel like I'm nobody. Sometimes I just feel like a somebody. Alright. Lloyd, ask me this. Alright. Let it out. Okay, let it out. Okay, that's it. Now, if you're a big fan of an old classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon like I am, you probably love this movie. It's Yogi Bear. I know a lot of people don't like seeing their cartoons get shit on, but when it comes to live action films and animated movies, you just have to understand this is for the kiddies. It's not just for adults. I mean, I'm a dog myself. I love Yogi Bear. Hell, Yogi Bear has been one of my favorite cartoons since I was a kid. I remember watching Yogi Bear the animated cartoons with my mom a lot and my dad. We would be in the next room sitting watching classic Yogi Bear cartoons. And then I heard this movie came out and I was like, "Dan Aykroyd, Yogi Bear." I was like, that's like the time when Bill Murray was voice of Garfield. It's epitome. It's just terrible. I mean, why? But then Justin Timberlake did a very good job as Boo Boo. I like his Boo Boo Bear character, and he captured the charm of the character. But anyway, it's a great film. If you like this film and your kids, you show it to your kids too, because your kids they'll probably like it also. Because it's got a lot of good comedy. It's got a good adventure, action. Well, it doesn't have any action, but it got some good adventure though, and it got a lot of good slapstick to it. Now that's another thing kids will like. And another thing I don't appreciate, the fart jokes. Why? Fart joke, belch joke, whatever. It's disgusting, but I guess the new generation is funny. Who cares? Great film. Alright. I got them out the way. Got these good A-list movies out the way. Now I'm about to get to the good part. The next film I'll be with, oh man, this will be back. It's another good movie based on the Hanna-Barbera library of animated cartoons. It's The Jetsons. I mean, can't go wrong. The Jetsons, the movie. I would have got this along with Jetsons and Meet the Flintstones, but I said I want to get it anyway because I'm a big Jetsons fan. Love the Jetsons. I recently got the Jetsons figurines over there. Oh, you want to see? Let's just see it real quick. Be right back. you can see, these are action figures. Like these are the action figures. If you can see it real closely. Yeah, this is Jetsons. I used to watch this show on TNT a long time ago. But the movie though is fantastic. The animation, the fluid. I mean, even sometimes it was the first movie that actually used CGI and made a movie of CGI along with this cell animation before Disney started doing it, and then Disney started using cell animation and CGI mix in their movies. But this is also good because when I first saw this movie in theaters, well, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw watching it at home. When I first saw this movie on pay-per-view back in the 90s, this was the movie I remember watching when I was about 5 freaking years old. I remember seeing this movie all the time. I watched this movie about like almost 8 times on TV. I didn't even get bored. I just constantly just watched it every time. Just in the movie, especially where my favorite part of the film I like is where George was running from the Spockets, and the Spockets were going crazy because we all know what happened. Those little Ewok creatures, the little Ewok looking creatures, ruined everything. I forget what they call them. Let me read this. Anyway, I really don't know the name of these creatures, but I remember. I don't know, I forgot what they look like. They look like Ewoks. That's what they look like. They look like some Ewok creatures, but they're really fun. I like these movies. This is really cute. It's cute. It's funny. It's cute. It's funny. It's family entertainment. But there are some parts that would probably get you right here, like where the scene where George and Finn had to go back home, and then you see Elroy start tearing up, and everybody started tearing up all of a sudden. The whole family started tearing up at the very end, and then. But there were some good. Then there were some parts that make you laugh, and there were some parts that make you cry. There were some parts that make you feel like, this could have been better. Could have been a better movie. But then again, it's the Jetsons. Can't go wrong. It's a good animated movie. Oh yes, Nightmare on Elm Street. Love this movie. The very first one. This was the movie. I don't want to say. God bless Wes Craven, man, because if it wasn't for this movie, we wouldn't have Freddy Krueger. We wouldn't have this character. And think about this, he made some great movies too. He did movies like The Hills Have Eyes, The Last Half on the Left. I mean, I seen the remake, Last Half on the Left, and Hills Have Eyes, but I never seen the original. I seen the first, I seen the second one. I've seen the second one before, but this, I wasn't really scared when I saw Freddy, because this movie was comedy. To me, I mean, the first part of the movie was more a mystery. The first part of the movie was more a mystery. Then the last part of the movie become more like Home Alone-ish. Beginning. Home Alone in the beginning, because I like this part where he had the sledgehammer and then come down and hit him in his gut. I started laughing so hard. And then in the second part, I like it when the explosion, when she become Rambo, and she put all that gunpowder inside when she put the gunpowder inside. I thought that was pretty funny, and like this is like straight up Home Alone. This is pre-Home Alone, actually. It's pre-Home Alone. It's before Home Alone came along. This movie was around the time of This is around the time before the Freddy Krueger hit big. You know, they become more popular around teenagers and kids alike these days. But if it wasn't for Freddy, Like I said, it wasn't for Wes Craven, we wouldn't have Freddy. Yeah, I just spilled my shirt. Do I? Oh, maybe it didn't. Oh boy, boy. Oh, my favorite. Nightmare 3. Dream. This is the best one. I remember my brother Cass and my cousin Sean talked about this movie a lot, and I was like, hey, maybe I could buy this movie. And it even had Laura Fishburne in the movie. I think this is the first time he did Laura. And this is not the first time I've seen Laura Fishburne in the movie, but I've seen him. It was actually I never see him in a horror movie. This is the first time I ever see him in a horror thing. Because I always see him more into the drama, action adventure style movies like The Matrix, uh, Boys in the Hood. But when I saw him in this movie, I was like, oh, I'm surprised. Oh, and Undercover Cop. That's another good one. Yeah, because this is the best one. I remember the best part of this movie I like is where Freddy. Shoot, I don't think I have any best part I like in the film, but I only know this is a great film. It's good action. It's got horror, and yeah, this is the kind of movie that probably give you nightmares. No, but not me though. I'm tough. Anyway, whoa! I remember this movie when it came out back in theaters back in 2012. Me and my older brother Cass, we went to see this movie. It's a really awesome movie. It's Three Stooges. It's a remake of the classic Stooges, but you can't remake something that's already been done. Like, I don't know. Like I said before, Hollywood, they just do what they want. But when it comes to but this is actually stayed true to the original Stooges. Closely, there was my favorite part of the movie where they were all at the. This is a re-image. Well, this is actually a re-imaging of the Three Stooges. Put in like what if the Three Stooges was in the 21st century, and then trying to deal with the society, trying to deal with what problems of the world they live in. Well, the problem is they had to go save the orphanage. All right, they had to save the orphanage. But the only way to do that is get a job. They've been looking for jobs, and then until like 1 minute, Mo and Larry and Curly ended up getting into a fight, and then finally, the light had lifted, and then the man saw Mo like, "Hey, you're perfect. Can you be on our show?" The next thing you know, he ends up on Jersey Shore. I'm like, what the freak? Why he's in Jersey Shore? I mean, it's crazy. But then again, I love Three Stooges, but making them into a new generation, and making them into putting them in a new universe, a new generation, where I guess to get the new generation to love the Three Stooges too, just like we do, because we grew up in the 90s, and people who grew up in the 80s, 90s, or 70s know the Three Stooges. Me, I grew up in the 90s. This was one of my favorites when it came out. I watched it. I enjoyed this movie too. It's funny. It's got a lot of action in it. Good adventure. A lot of excitement. But you probably go like, probably when you go see this movie, you probably like, wish I should have seen this something else. Then again, I'm like, this is not a bad movie. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the actors did a very wonderful job playing as Mo, Larry, and Curly. And I like this film. Great film. But recommend, like I said before, if you're a big Stooges fan and you haven't seen this movie yet, check it out. It's a great film. I recommend it. Last but not least, you say it once, you say it twice, and you say it 3 times, you get this guy here, Beetlejuice. One of my favorite characters. I just love Beetlejuice. It's a great film. It's dark. Like I say, it's a great film. It's one of my favorites. It's got a lot of good comedy. I want to tell you, there are some parts that I would like. I like this movie. The one part I like is when Beetlejuice got mad and he said, "You bunch of losers!" And he got mad and kicked the tree down and he says, "Nice effing model." Yeah, that's the first time in a PG movie we actually hear an F-bomb. I'm like, when did this come from? When I watched this on TV, I was like, I never heard the F-bomb from Beetlejuice movie. But then again, this was one of my favorites. I also like the cartoon show, and the cartoon show is pretty decent too. It's just like Tiny Toons. It's just like Tiny Toon Adventures. It's silly, it's goofy, but this movie here is pretty. It's really dark. It's not that dark. It's dark, but it's not too dark. Like the original concept was supposed to be. Like he was supposed to be like a little small Middle Eastern. And I still can't believe that they was going to get Sammy Davis Jr. to play the role of Beetlejuice. That would blow my mind if they did that. But I'm glad I'm glad they went with Michael Keaton. I'm glad they went with Michael Keaton because he did Mr. Mom and somebody. I mean, he did Mr. Mom. That was another movie I liked too. But this movie, I really enjoyed this film because he's silly. It's silly. It's silly. It's dark. It's just like the Addams Family, except without the family. It's just Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is like a evil genie, just come out of nowhere and just started wrecking the whole house and then grabbing. My favorite, he grabbed the father and he says, "Give your daughter a check." Then drops him. I'm like, dang, he should have been dead. Then he comes back, he's like, he got a bandana on his head. Oh man, I like this. This is my own favorite Tim Burton. I like I say, if you're a big fan of Beetlejuice, buy this movie. Or that, just get the DVD version with the cartoons. You'll be fine. All right, now moving to my gaming. First thing I want to start with, DK Donkey Kong. Love this game. I remember playing this on the arcade. This is actually a redone version of the arcade, but it's more. Then when later it becomes into a platform style, like Super Mario World style, and it's so good. You just can't stop playing this. It's so unique. Back in the '92 when it came out, I remember I played this on the Game Boy. I remember playing this on the Game Boy. I remember playing this at my friend's house. My friend Charles. He had this game. I know. My friend Charles' name. My friend Charles had this game on his Game Boy, and I walked there. I just remember playing this game over his house, and I played this game all the time, constantly. I even played it on my 3DS, and it is freaking fun. I remember playing this first time on my emulator, my Game Boy emulator for the first time, and I actually fell in love with this game. And Donkey Kong Donkey Kong really made me laugh, and it's especially when he falls and then Lana drops in his head, and he looks like someone just bopped into his, like he's having a seizure. Anyway, it's still a fun game. I like this game. Recommend it. Pick it up. It might cost I think it costs like $20. Might $20 or more. I'm not sure how much it costs now, but if you like it, you can thank me for it. Another one I got. Oh, I remember this now. Those of you who are a big fan of Power Rangers, my Power Rangers on the Super NES. I love this game, man. It's truly the best game I like. My Power Rangers, straight up arcade-ish. You become first you become a teenager, and then later on in the game you become a ranger. My friend of mine at work, he talked about it. He said, "Why become a ranger? Why become a teenager? Why be a teenager in the first place, and then become a ranger? That doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just transfer yourself into a ranger at the beginning of the game?" Well, I told him, they're trying to follow on the show. It's Power Rangers, man. It's a good TV show based on a TV show. It's live action. It's about four teenagers fighting up against the face of evil, which is her name is Rita. Rita and her goofy henchmen. And then you got it's a good show. I gotta say it. I used to watch it every Saturday morning back in the day. But I wish they could have redone this. Maybe have the Green Ranger. But they did Power Rangers the movie, and that was another good game. But anyway, that's all I can say about Power Rangers. So if you don't have this game, you must own. If you're a Power Ranger fan, take it, buy it, like it. You'll thank me for it. I know, I'm gonna start saying this every part of this video. I'm gonna say, you'll thank me for it. Like when your grandpa say, that's okay, son. You thank me for it. Alright. Oh man, I saw this on James and I saw this on Cinemassacre. Mike and Boosie played this game, and it's caveman games. I got these from there are these two guys I know. They're really cool guys. They call themselves Bad Graphic Gamers. Yeah, Bad Graphic Gamers. And these two guys, man, Buzzy and Jay. They're really cool guys. Check out their channel. They got some good videos. I would recommend you check out their channel because it's a good. They got some good videos. They done like they're good vendors. They're wonderful, cool guys. I have fun with them. I talk to them all the time, and I didn't talk to them all the time, but I met them last year, and I met them this year at Too Many Games. I only saw. Well, the only person I talked to was Buzzy. That's the only dude I talked to. And then Jay, I didn't know where he went, where he's at, but it's a good thing I ran into him. It's a good thing I ran into them again. They're really cool guys. Check their channel out, and they got some good videos. Next game I bought. I got this from and I got these two games from Nostalgia Games. And this is a good store too. They got it down in Kentucky. There's a place called Florence. Down in Florence, Kentucky, there's a place called Nostalgia Games, and they have some wonderful variety of Nintendo games, Sega, Game Boy, any games you like, they'll have it. But this I love. I never played. I played this. Actually, no, this is not the game I love. This is a game I love. Castlevania. I played this. I actually have fun with this. It's hard as heck. And trying to get to those darn Medusa heads, man. It just won't escape my head. Anyway, the game is fun. I played it so many times. I remember. Well, I played it the first time I played it with my cousin. And my cousin Geoff, he had a Nintendo. And I've been playing this all the time on the NES emulator. But then one day I decided I want to do a video on this. That was my first video I did was Castlevania around the Halloween season of last year. And I did this video and I thought, hey, maybe I could do this. So I thought it would be like a piece of cake, but I was wrong. I played it before. I got through it, and then I played it again. I ended up sucking. Like, what the heck? Alright. Oh, man. Simon's Quest. I definitely might do a Let's Play of this video one day in the future. Cause I like Castlevania, but I heard this was also hard, but this is rude. But it's also got the root and negative. I always say number 2 it's a good game though, but it's got different endings, so I might play this later on in the future. Oh ho ho! Dracula's Curse. This is another game I might play, so I'm definitely gonna do that sometime in the future also as well. I don't think I know about this game, but this I got this out of the box right here. RetroGametreasure. Cause these are the games I got from RetroGametreasure. I got this game and I got Deadman, I got Pirates of the Caribbean, Donkey Kong, and Power Rangers. Those are the games that I had. And then last but not least, I got this from Bad Graphic Gaming. DuckTales 2. I like this game because I like the cartoon show so much, and growing up in the 90s, and I grew up in the 90s watching the cartoon show on Disney Channel, Disney Afternoon, Disney Channel, and later on to Disney Channel, and later on Toon Disney. Well, oh gosh, I love DuckTales. Great cartoon. They even got the Game Boy version too. Well, that was it. That was my video, guys. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hope you liked this video. And please subscribe, and don't forget to like, favorite, and just check out my other videos I did made too. And I'll see y'all again.